streets on flame. It's a mad game, makes you stop and stare. Need an assist, you can resist. We'll make quite a pair. We'll slide on in, you magic little wicked queen. Take a spin. The evil cannot get us. The voodoo you do. Places are red. We're hitting the deck. They don't have a prayer. Something strange far beyond is haunting all my dreams. Everything looks inside out, not quite as it seems. We'll slide on in, magic little wicked queen. Come on, take a spin.
Shadows of Evil, the starting map for Black Ops 3. For many casual players and people new to zombies, this was simply just too complicated of a map, and I felt that as well when I played it on the Xbox 360 as a child. But, like all things, some people grew to love it, some people grew to hate it. I fell on the side of loving it, and I love its uniqueness, and pretty much everything about it. Now, this map comes with a complete set and cast of new characters, Easter eggs, secret songs, and plenty more to explore. Now, let's start with the characters. So, we have Floyd Campbell, Jessica Rose, Nero Blackstone, and Jack Vincent. Now, let's get to know our cast of characters a little bit better. Let's figure out why they're here. So first, we have Jessica Rose. She worked as a dancer in the Black Lace Club. She dreamed of becoming a famous Hollywood star, and in order to make it happen, she engaged in a relationship with a film producer. The relationship was caught by a press photographer who threatened to blackmail Jessica. She then decided to invite him over, luring him into a trap and killing him to get rid of the evidence. Next, we have Jack Vincent. He had a career as a police officer in Morgue City, but he's had foul dealings with mobsters and criminals of all sorts. His crooked cop nature would eventually lead to the city's mayor leading an investigation across the entire police department. In order to avoid being arrested, he then proceeded to kill all of his criminal associates to keep his name clean. Then we have Floyd Campbell. He was a boxer that was entering a championship game. However, he was unsure of his boxing skills since it had been so long. 18 months to be exact. So, he had the referee look the other way, and he slipped brass knuckles under his gloves and killed Tony King in the ring during the fight. And finally, we have Nero Blackstone. Voiced by Jeff Goldblum, he was once a very successful magician in Morgue City, but his popularity sunk quickly for unknown reasons, going as far as being crowned as the worst magician of the year by the magazine Magicians Weekly. In addition, he is married to a demanding woman who always finds a reason to complain about him and constantly needing more and more money, thus racking up an exceptional amount of debt. Nero killed his wife in a stage accident to claim the life insurance money to pay off their debts. Shadows takes place in Morgue City, a fictional place set around the 1940s, where our four main characters were transported to a demented version of their reality by the Shadow Man, the leader of the Apothecans, who tells them that they must complete a vigorous set of rituals to cleanse them of their sin. But, as it turns out, this just simply isn't the case. One night, the four main characters go to the Black Lace Club, where they all meet with each other, watching Jessica's dance performance. But mysteriously, during this performance, they're all knocked out cold. Each of them then wake up in different areas of the city, finding their hand branded with the mark of the beast. They discover that there are zombies roaming around the city, and that nice city they knew is simply no more. They attempt to escape, only to reunite in an alley that we know as Easy Street. Nero collects his lawyer's pen as his ritual item and then sacrifices the lawyer as part of his. Then Campbell collects his ritual item, which is the championship belt that he had been seeking for so long, and then sacrifices his promoter as part of the ritual. Jackie Vincent collects his item, which is his partner's badge, and then later sacrifices him as part of the ritual. And then finally, Jessica collects hers, the film producer's toupee. She never got that chance, and then sacrifices him as part of the ritual. After all these rituals are done, we make our way down to the Pack-a-Punch room, where, after completing the final ritual, the Shadow Man comes down and reveals that he's actually an Apothecan and that we've just freed his race, and now our dimension is ruined. I know, terrible. Storyline-wise, after you unlock Pack-a-Punch, otherwise known as, the ritual, it goes something like this. Nero begins to remember all of the events that's being depicted in a book that he read in his lair. After rereading the book, they find out the true nature of the Apothecan as well as the Keepers. The four then proceed to summon the Keepers under a rift where they work together to kill the Shadow Man. Only his physical form as his soul is kept in the summoning key. Using the power of the Keepers, they destroy the large Apothecan creature roaming the skies of Morgue City. They free their dimension from the Apothecan's wrath. As the Keepers return the key to them, Edward Richtofen, our man, quickly comes out of a portal, grabs it, thanks everybody, just runs off with it.
I'm so sorry. I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you, and goodbye.
Moving away from the story, let's talk about the map itself. Let's talk about the uniqueness. So first we have the unique perk jingles. Other than Stamina Up, we have Quick Revive,
Everything is dragging you down, grabs you by the hair, pulls you down to the ground now. You need a little revive. Yes, you do. Oh, you won't get up and go. You pick up the pieces and go with the flow now. You need a little revive. You need a little revive. Revive soda, yes.
Juggernog,
When you need some help to get by, something to make you feel strong, reach for Juggernaut tonight, sugar seduction delight.
When you need to feel big and strong,
Reach for Juggernaut tonight.
Speed Cola,
Your hands are cold. Your movements lifeless. You want more speed. You're feeling restless. So take a sip, yes! You'll move much faster. You ask how? Speed Cola's the answer! Hey! Press those lips against the only one that truly moves you. Speed Cola speeds up your life. Get him out!
Double Tap,
Cowboys can move slow. They'll end up dead all over. When they need some help, they reach up on the shelf. Cowboys can't shoot slow. They'll end up low. When they need some help, reach up on the shelf. Have no fear for double tap root beer. Get all the damage done. Double tap root beer will double the damage fun. Oh yeah, get thirsty.
Mule Kick,
When you're around Louisiana, Nolens or Texarkana, Lord, you want more firepower. Mule Kick! Gonna get to having more guns. That's what I'm on, dear. I guarantee. Take more if you dare. How about 3 guns, mon cher? Mule Kick!
and Widow's Wine.
When you're feeling kinda lonely and your spouse is kinda dead, I feel like curling up with someone in your empty little bed. There's danger around the corner, and your love life's in decline. You'll no longer be a boy.
listen to that. Listen to how great these jingles fit with the map. The music, it just fits the atmosphere better than the original jingles do. The only one, in my opinion, that's, worse than the original is Double Tap, because, well, that's just me. I'm just used to, the fast-paced Double Tap jingle, but, maybe some of you do like it, and that's alright. It's not for me. So next, let's move on to one of the Easter eggs in the map, the Apothecan sword. Now, you get this Easter egg by riding the train in between the districts, and as you ride the train, symbols pop up on nearby buildings, and then you remember those symbols, then you go back down to the pack-a-punch room, and turn to the beast, and you electrocute the wall, and then if you hit the right symbols, then you unlock the Apothecan sword room, which is where you take an egg. Then once you get that egg, you take it to the 4 Apothecan statues around the map, fill it up with zombie souls by killing them, then you bring it back, and then once you bring it back, you get the Apothecan sword. Now, after you get the Apothecan sword, there's still one more thing you can do with it. You upgrade it. Now, you do this by, it depends what character you're playing on, really. You go to their ritual spot, then you go to the keeper that's in your ritual area. He gives you this egg-like thing, and then you go to these places in every district. There's one in every district. You press F or whatever your interact key is on it, then it spawns 2 Margwas, and then you fight those Margwas, and after you fought all the Margwas, you go back to that keeper, and then you get the upgraded Apothecan sword, and its new ability is when you right click with it, or I suppose maybe, I don't know what trigger it is on console, but the sword flies out, it follows zombies around and come back to you, kind of like a Hell's Retriever, but better. Now, the Apothecan sword and the upgrade is definitely one of my favorite Easter eggs in all of COD. Shadows of Evil has all these little small things that just pull it together and make it my favorite map in Black Ops 3. I played it as a kid, I still play it to this day. There are so many little things about this map that make it amazing. And with that being said, that's about all I have to say about Shadows of Evil. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if any of you have BO3, give this a try. If you have some friends, I would suggest just get on and have a good game with them. If you have 4 people, you can do the ending Easter egg. And with all that being said, please leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about the video, what you didn't like. Subscribe. Thank you all for watching.